Hello, my name's Frieza, and I will be reading you a book called Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. What a weird name. Chapter 1. The Boy Who Lived. Mr. and Mrs. Dursley of number 4 Privet Drive were proud to say that they were perfectly normal. Thank you very much. They were the last people you expect to be involved in anything strange or mysterious, because they just didn't hold with such nonsense. Mr. Dursley was the director of a firm called Grunnings, which made drills. He was a big, beefy man with hardly any neck, although he did have a very large moustache. Ooh, sounds like my sort of man. Anyway, Mrs. Dursley was thin and blonde and had nearly twice the usual amount of neck. God, sounds like my brother Cooler. Ugh, asshole. Which came in very useful as she spent so much of her time craning over garden fences, spying on the neighbours. The Dursleys had a small son called Dudley, and in their opinion, there was no finer boy anywhere. The Dursleys had everything they wanted, but they also had a secret, and their greatest fear was that someone would discover it. They didn't think that they could bear it if anyone found out about the Potters. Mrs. Potter was Mrs. Dursley's sister, and they hadn't met for several years, in fact. Mrs. Dursley pretended she didn't have a sister because her sister and her good-for-nothing husband were as un-Dursleyish as it was possible to be. The Dursleys shuddered to think what the neighbours would say if the Potters arrived in the street. The Dursleys knew that the Potters had a small son too, but they never had seen him. The boy was another good reason for keeping the Potters away. They didn't want Dursley mixing with a child like that. I think that's all I can be bothered to read for now. Now to go and destroy a planet. So, see you later.